Waccamaw River. It starts in North Carolina and flows all the way through South Carolina, many times coming within just a few miles of the Atlantic Ocean. And it sets the backdrop for the Waccamaw Golf Trail. 12 courses, some of the best high-end golf in the entire Myrtle Beach area. We're going to bring that all to you on this latest episode of The Traveling Golfer.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf Smart.
The Waccamaw Golf Trail is a collection of 12 heralded golf courses at the southernmost end of the greater Myrtle Beach area. These courses combine low country charm with some of the greatest accomplishments of a collection of golf course architects, many of whom have some of their signature work along the Waccamaw Golf Trail. We'll take you through the entire trail, especially featuring 4 of the golf courses, but we also want to do a rundown of the other 8 courses, starting with Blackmore. This Gary Player design is the ultimate in strategic golf. Put your thinking cap on before you attempt to play Blackmore. Not only is it important to hit the fairway, but it's important to hit the proper side of the fairway so that you have a good angle into the tricky greens that the Black Knight Gary Player designed at Blackmore. Litchfield Country Club, the oldest club on the southern end of the Grand Strand. It opened in 1966, a classic Willard Bird design. You're going to find some dog legs on this golf course. Again, strategy is of the utmost importance. The River Club at Litchfield. Tom Jackson design that lives up to its name. Water comes into play on 14 holes at the River Club, and it features one of the region's most memorable finishing holes. The TPC at Myrtle Beach. The name alone describes greatness, and the name of the architect is at the top of the charts. Tom Fazio design. The TPC has hosted many championship events and annually is known as one of the best conditioned golf courses along the entire Grand Strand. The Tradition, Ron Garl's only design in the Myrtle Beach area. This Florida-based architect has done courses all around the world, but he picked a very special tree-lined piece of property to cut out a true parkland golf course that is one of my favorites to play over and over. True Blue, one of 2 Mike Strantz designs on the Waccamaw Golf Trail. This artist/architect had a vision at True Blue that stands today as one of the great challenges on the entire Grand Strand. Got to fly it into almost every green, and there's a lot of natural sand areas, but you come out of True Blue, you have a true golf experience. Founders Club. This is a remake of a South Strand original. You'll find throughout the golf course mounding and natural sandy areas that make every single hole at Founders an interesting challenge. And Waccamaw East. 4 times this course has hosted LPGA Tour events. It is a Clyde Johnston design, again, carved out of a 18th century rice plantation, and it's inspired by some of the great Scotland parkland golf courses. That's the lineup for an unbeatable dozen golf courses along the Waccamaw Golf Trail. Take them a few at a time, or take on the ultimate challenge and do all of them in one golf trip. You will not forget your visit to the Waccamaw Golf Trail. And taking on the Waccamaw Golf Trail is a daunting task, all 12 courses, especially if you try to take them in 6 days, 36 holes a day. You're going to need a good place to lay your head at night, and I've got the best. The Inlet Sports Lodge is a boutique hotel dedicated to Myrtle Beach's 2 favorite sports, golf and fishing, and it's right down the street from the famed Marsh Walk in Murrells Inlet, with its myriad of wonderful seafood restaurants, nightly entertainment shops, or attached to the Inlet Sports Lodge is Costa, Coastal Kitchen, one of the best Italian restaurants in the entire Myrtle Beach area. So remember that. Inlet Sports Lodge, great accommodations, relaxed atmosphere, great location on the Waccamaw Golf Trail. Dave Glod, president, founder, Tour Edge Golf, creator of so many great products over the years, including last year the EXS line that was so successful. I can't believe you've come out with something to top it, the EXS 220. Why is that a step forward?
Okay, it's really simple, Tone. What we did is we really increased the MOI by taking a lot more weight back. As you can see, the profile from face to back is really wide. So it's all about MOI these days, and it helps the club head not to twist. That means you're going to get more distance and more forgiveness, both at the same time.
And you have a new face technology.
Yeah, this is called Diamond Face. It's 44 thin and thick diamonds as far as the face thickness goes. So those kind of interweave to provide a hotter face on the toe and the heel.
And as you say, diamonds go forever.
That's what we say.
And that's why this new EXS 220 technology made Tony's Top 10.
Do you like Tour Edge? I love Tour Edge. This is seriously high tech.
And they're long, right, Duff?
Built in the USA? Oh, I love that. I need forgiveness.
Did I mention these puppies are long, really long?
You know why I love Tour Edge? It's because I win with it. Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Bradley Vaughn, Director of Marketing for the Legends Group, which owns and operates the Heritage Club, plus a few other courses in the Myrtle Beach area. Bradley, am I going out on a limb to say that the Heritage Club might be one of the most picturesque golf courses in the entire area?
Not at all. I mean, as you can see behind us, we have the old Spanish moss oaks here. You can see the sound behind us. We're in an old rice plantation, so a historic, beautiful setting for this golf course.
It's eye-popping all the way around, and it's almost an injustice to pick out a couple, but I got to put you on the spot. A couple of your favorite holes?
Oh man, there's too many to choose from, but specifically two that jump out. Number 2 is a par 5, split fairways. that has a nice marshy area that can be daunting for to choose how you want to approach that green. So you've got one route that takes on more of the hazard and the other's a little more safe. So you can choose you pick your poison there for how you want to approach that golf hole there. So it's a very interesting and picturesque hole as well.
Yeah, and I sure know the other one you're going to pick.
Number 13, long par 3. It can play anywhere from 150 to 240 yards depending on the tees that you pick. Over water and on the banks, you're almost always going to see an alligator sunbathing.
A couple of our little friends without shoulders. There are plenty of them throughout these wetlands here. And, you know, that's a nice thing to have.
Definitely. It adds to the ambiance of the golf course for sure.
Certainly a lot of ambiance at the Heritage Club. And to top everything off, as part of the Legends group, your signature amenity, everybody gets
breakfast, lunch, and 2 beverages with the rounds that they played with us.
I'm ready for my second drink. Bartender! Now it's time for our Strack-A-Line putt of the day. When you're on a golf trip, a place like the Waccamaw Golf Trail, a green reading guide is the best caddy you could have, especially at courses like Heritage Club, where the greens are large and extremely challenging. Meredith Kirk, ambassador for Myrtle Beach Golf, LPGA professional, and today, from head to toe, the Antigua girl. Team Antigua. It's good to be dressed similarly, let's say.
I know. I love Antigua
Yeah.
apparel. Wear it all the time.
I didn't wear my Antigua skirt.
Well, you should have, because these colors would look fancy on you.
All right. We're overlooking a complex showing the 6th green, 5th fairway at Willbrook Plantation, a wonderful Dan Maples golf course, and a walk through history. It really is. There's a lot of history out here. You can read about it as you go through the whole golf course.
Yeah, you really can. And, you know, this is a former rice plantation, so there is so much history here. Behind me is the original rice plantation house here at Willbrook Plantation. We are talking mid-18th century here, and you can see the chimney is still standing and part of the foundation.
I've always loved Willbrook Plantation, and I take people here. I recommend people come to this golf course because it's not a pushover, but it's definitely a somewhat player-friendly golf course. For one thing, you never have to look for a golf ball out here. Everything's manicured.
Oh, absolutely. And it's also for women. You know, it was voted one of the most player-friendly courses for women. And so, you know, for the ladies, this is a great course to come out. And you know, if it's player-friendly for the ladies, it's going to be player-friendly for the men as well.
So let's talk a little bit about number 5, because you said it's one of your favorite holes, a par 4.
The tricky part about hole number 5 is you can have this great tee shot, but you have to hit over water to get to the green for the second shot. So it really is that game changer.
Number 5, par 4.
Now you know why I like this hole, Tony.
It's a great view. Let's see if we can hit the fairway and not the water. Ladies first.
All right.
Perfect. Willbrook Plantation, once again, is a wonderful place to come, spend a little time in the clubhouse after. They've got a great porch with the rocking chairs, front and back, sort of watch some golf, recap the round, tell a few lies. But it really is a wonderful stop on the Waccamaw Golf Trail. We'll show you a little bit more of it.
It is. It's beautiful.
I'm Tiger Woods, and I chose Bridgestone. I wanted to be with a company that I knew, and then on top of that, that made superior product. So I did. I came back and I started playing with the Bridgestone Tour BXS, and it's allowed me to maintain the spin and the feel I like around the greens, especially my short irons, but also have that penetrating flight through the wind. The aerodynamics have been phenomenal. I know the quality that Bridgestone has, R&D that's available to them, and what they were able to create to help me win golf tournaments.
Jim Straka here, inventor of the Straka line. A Straka line greens guide is simple to use. Look at the green and position the hole. Then determine where your ball is relative to the hole. Next, use the arrows to determine what the ball will be doing around the hole. Will it be going downhill or uphill? Will it be going left, right, or straight? With a Straka line greens guide, you can have the same books the pros use every week.
Whenever anybody plays Paulie's Plantation, if they forget 16 of the holes, they certainly remember 2 of the par 3s. 2 of your favorites?
Yes, absolutely. Hole number 13 and hole number 17. Hole number 13 is our signature hole here. I mean, it's overlooking the marsh, absolutely gorgeous. You can literally hear the ocean right now. So you know we get a lot of wind out on this hole, which creates quite a challenge. You're looking at about 130-yard shot to a peninsula green that connects to hole number 16. So it's a double green, but this green is very tight and narrow. I mean, talk about positioning. You want to be in a good positioning on this hole, and you want to make it on the green. And if you get on the green, you're in a great position because the hole is right there. Like I said, it's very tight and narrow, and you have a nice birdie putt.
And if you don't get on the green, you join the graveyard of hundreds of thousands of golf balls right in front of that bulkhead.
Yes.
Been there, done that. The other memorable par 3, number 17, more marsh, more wind, more water, and another one of your favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. This one is a little bit longer than number 13. We're looking at about 170 yards if you're playing back. This is a tough hole. It's a lot of carry, and that's the challenge. This is much more so than number 13. A very narrow green. It's kidney shaped. You got to know where you want to land that ball. It's going to be very important, your club selection on this hole.
Jack loves those narrow greens. Jack Nicklaus, Paulie's Plantation, one of his favorites. While the marsh holes are some of the most memorable ones at Paulie's Plantation, the majority of the holes are through tree-lined fairways.
Yes, sometimes it's not enough to be in the middle of the fairway. You have to be on the right side of the fairway, so you have to learn how to maneuver around some of these lone trees out here.
Paulie's Plantation, a Jack Nicklaus designed gem at the southern end of the Waccamaw Golf Trail. On a calm day, there are some birdies to be had. On a windy day, a bogey might be a good score.
Some of the things are just different here, right? You know, the entry road with the live oaks coming all the way down, the chowder shack in season. Some of those things that you just don't find at other properties, I think really help set us apart. And Mike Strantz, the late great Mike Strantz, this was his first solo design. And frankly, he just knocked it out of the park.
When you come to Caledonia Golf and Fishing Club, well, you know you can always expect to be on the cutting edge of golf. Like with these Finn scooters, the guy that brings all the cutting edge technology, Bob Saganti, director of golf both at True Blue and this sister course, Caledonia. Good to see you scooting, brother.
Yeah, I hear you, my man. It's good to see you, brother. And you're looking good on that Finn scooter.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play golf. You throw your golf clubs on here and take off around the golf course?
Well, you know what we say, if you can ride a bike, you can ride a fin. If you can't ride a bike, the fin's not for you.
That's right. Whatever new comes along, you've always been willing to give it a try at both of the courses, as I said, cutting edge.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got these amazing designs that we were blessed with by Mike Strantz designing, the late great Mike Strantz, and an ownership group that's willing to put a lot of money into the properties, and they've always given us latitude to try different things. From golf boards now to fin scooters, GPS units on the golf cars, and having a fun 19th hole back there and serving drinks. And you know, we think we've got amazing properties, but we like to provide a casual, fun atmosphere to play golf in too.
Speaking of 19th holes, both at True Blue and Caledonia, you've been very, very proud of the food service there. I can honestly say, I doubt that you would find better food at a golf course anywhere in the country. I mean, people who don't even play golf come here all the time to eat.
Well, they do, and we appreciate you saying that. We take a lot of pride in our food and beverage outlets. Again, you know, casual dining atmosphere. You know, families are welcome, but it's a great place to have a craft beer or a cocktail after golf with the porch setting out there. We serve a full breakfast at True Blue, which any local will tell you is as good as anywhere in town, and lunch is excellent. You know, we're not in the dinner business, but we certainly host a lot of parties and wedding rehearsals, and now we're in the events and wedding business, so if you want to have your wedding here at Caledonia, you can do that too.
Caledonia has been consistently ranked as one of the top 2 golf courses in the entire Myrtle Beach area. Number 18, so memorable. The railbirds sitting there waiting to give you grief after you come in. I've had more fun at this 18th hole with groups of players. So many other holes that catch your eye. One that always caught my eye is par 3 as soon as you come in the entrance.
The par 3 11th. Yeah, as soon as you're, I believe it's about 6 yards onto the property off to the right with a beautiful old English brick tee box, and it looks down. That is clearly one of our signatures holes. Just a beautiful par 3, right? The tee box is elevated, and it's a long green about 60 yards with 2 or 3 humps or swells, and there's a meandering creek to the left of it. And it really plays back anywhere from a pitching wedge all the way to a 5-iron, depending on the wind. And really, it'll sit back at certain times of year when the azaleas are in bloom. You know, you don't like to compare yourself to other properties. It's probably not my place to do so, but it's very Augusta-like at certain times of the year.
It sure is. There's no question about that. Well, Bob, Caledonia has stood the test of time. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, it still continues to get better. I look forward to every return visit to Caledonia.
Tony, you know we love having you and the traveling golfer. It's always great to see you, and I'm going to scoot on out of here.
You got it. I'm right behind you. As you've seen, the Waccamaw Golf Trail is an amazing stretch of golf along the southern end of the entire Myrtle Beach area. Mansions like the one behind us at the Heritage Club dominate the area, have become clubhouses, replacing the style of life that was part of the rice plantations throughout this area. From rice plantations, we go to great golf and a great lifestyle. We hope you've enjoyed this latest episode of The Traveling Golfer. Check out the Waccamaw Golf Trail at waccamawgolftrail.com. And in the meantime, we'll see you somewhere else down the golf trail on another episode of The Traveling Golfer. But from this golf trail, we say to you, happy trails to you.
Happy trails to you till we meet again.
Tony Leodora's golf wardrobe, courtesy of Antigua, the leader in modern golf apparel.
Tour Edge is the official equipment sponsor of The Traveling Golfer.